After more than 5 grueling days of negotiations, the World Trade Organization's 164 members have finally approved a series of trade agreements early today. The negotiations included commitments on fish and pledges on health and food security. After a conference of more than 100 trade ministers and hard bargaining, the deals were ground out in Geneva. The agreements that were discussed and reached included pledges on food security, balanced outcome fisheries subsidies, and response to the pandemic, all issues important to developing countries. India defended its right to extend subsidies to its fishermen, with the contentious clauses removed from the text at the last minute. In turn, India agreed to an 18-month extension of the moratorium on customs duty on electronic imports that allegedly favors rich nations. In India's instance, sovereign rights on exclusive economic zones have been firmly established. Indian Trade Minister Piyush Goyal said that the country is 100% satisfied with the outcome of the MC12 conference, and the nation was successful in ensuring the livelihood of its farmers and fishermen.
जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हमें डायरेक्शन दिए थे, गाइडेंस दी थी, विषयों के बारे में प्रायोरिटी दी थी कि किस पे भारत की जरूरत है, किस पे भारत ने फोकस करना चाहिए, क्या विषयों पे हमारा रुख विश्व के सामने रखना चाहिए और उसको विश्व के सभी देशों ने से अपनाना चाहिए। उसमें मैं समझता हूं, अगर एम्बेसडर माने तो एग्री करे तो 100% भारत सफल हुआ है।
The WTO deal is also being seen as a test of the ability of nations to strike multilateral trade deals amid geopolitical tensions heightened by the Ukraine war. One agreement had also been reached, including maintaining a moratorium on e-commerce tariffs, which is considered vital to allow the free flow of data worldwide. However, reports say India's key demand for a permanent solution on public stockholding of food grains will now be taken up only in the next ministerial meeting. Now, for more on this, our correspondent Swati Kandawal has sent us this report from Geneva.
There are 3 contested paragraphs in the outcome document which now reflect India's point of view very clearly. That's what sources are telling us. Well, if you talk about the TRIPS waiver, which was highly talked about, that will now extend to raw materials also. And again, this is something that India has been batting for. And the re-export clause that has been a stumbling block is also likely to go. So great, win in many ways for everyone who has been backing the TRIPS proposal, the TRIPS waiver proposal, and that's been agreed upon. Talk about fisheries moratorium. Well, that's not been seen being taken up beyond what was discussed. It's expected now in the next ministerial meeting, which is scheduled in the next 9 months. If you talk about the issue of agriculture, there's status quo, and that actually works in favor of our country. No change there has happened. Status quo is also on the issue of moratorium on applying duties to electronic transmissions, one of the other key agendas on the meeting. And that also, of course, works in favor of our country at this point in time.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.